Hello, thrifters. We're here in this video to talk about the top 10 things, plus a bonus, in the electronics category of items that you will find at a thrift store. These are regular players in the thrift store environment, and they can make you really good money, some modest money, but if you're going into the thrift stores on a regular basis, you will almost certainly encounter these items. And to kind of validate my point, I had filmed this video last week, and then after I had filmed it, Melissa had gone out thrifting. And what's your experience with thrifting?
In earnest, I've gone out 3 times, maybe 4 now this month. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Or not this, yeah, this month.
All right. And how much have you worked in the electronic space?
Before that, only when I've gone to Goodwill or stores with you.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So she's not familiar with thrifting too terribly much, even though the rest of her family kind of is.
That's my only familiar.
Right. But you went into Goodwill and you walked up to the electronics just because you're like, I'm going to try this. And you found what?
A Magnavox VCR DVD combo that I know you guys had sold.
Yes.
Evan had just got one at auction, so I knew that it was something that sold. So I said, I'm grabbing it.
She's grabbing it. And you did. And finally, it was the first thing that I talked about in the video that I recorded. And so here we are with it now. It is one of the primary items that I look for when I go thrifting. It's the DVD VCR combos, and the ones that record go for more money. But the version that Melissa found, picked it up for what, 20? Or no, 15.
I think it was 15.
15, and it's going to sell for about 100, 110. That's what we've sold them for before. I found one here just a few days ago as well, and as she mentioned, Evan had found one. So be on the lookout for these VCR DVD combos because, like I said, pick them up for $15 or $20. They can go for 100. They're just the recorders, maybe around 80. And the brands you're looking out for, there are 4 brands that you want to keep your eye out for. 1 is Magnavox. 2 is Sony. 3 is Doe Video, and Funai, which is very much related to the Magnavox brand. Those are the 4 that you're looking for, and you can flip them for good money. Now, you found something else when you were on that trip as well.
I also found a Sony multi-disc changer. I don't know what 5-disc changer, and the remote was with it. I knew remotes were important.
Yes, remotes are important. So the other thing that you will see are CD players, and the pancake style 5-disc changer like she found the CDP CE375, and it goes for, with the remote, about $80. What'd you pay for it?
I think we paid 20 for that one.
Okay.
The Magnavox might have, I don't know. I paid 15 for one and 20 for the other.
Okay, well, fair enough. So either way, it's profit. It's good money. So you'll run into these, and they're super easy to test. You don't even have to hook them up to a receiver. You can just plug a speaker into the out port on the back, and it'll play. You'll hit very faintly, and you'll know that it's working. So look out for those because they can go for, just depending on the model. Some of them will go up to $150 because Sony has a bunch of models. Those are the ones I look out for primarily. But there's also Yamaha and Teak can also be good ones. And the other model to look out for are the big ones. Have you ever found one of the... You've seen them though.
I've seen them because you guys have found them, but I've never found one personally. No.
Right. So they are the big ones that'll hold 200 or up to even 400 discs. Some hold 50. The higher capacity, the more valuable that they are. And they can go for up to like $250, depending on the condition and all of that. You can pick those up at thrift stores for like $20. 15, 30 as well, and they can go for really good money. All right, so what's been your experience then when you're out thrifting as a new thrifter?
All right, so I just kind of made a plan in my head. Like, I go to electronics, look for those things we just talked about. I look at the speakers.
Yes.
And then I know to swing by cameras, and I know that I'm looking for Canon Power Shots.
Yes.
I like the Canon Power Shot too. I've wanted to keep some.
No, flip it.
No.
Flip it.
And he won't let me keep them. And Nikon?
Sometimes. We got one.
I don't know. Anyway, I go through cameras and also then calculators.
Yes.
Because I know TI calculators. I gotta remember which models. He knows the models, but I just know that I'm supposed to look for TI calculators, and then I text him, hey, I found.
Right. So the calculators that you're looking for is primarily TI. Those are the ones that go for money. The one you will find most commonly is the TI-83, and it has to be the TI-83 Plus. If it doesn't have the Plus, it's generally not worth it. It only goes for maybe $10 or $12. The TI-83 Pluses, they will go for $20 or even $25 if it's gearing up for school season. I buy them regularly for $8. But what you really want to find are the TI-84s, or the silver edition on top of that, because those will go for like $50, maybe a little bit less if they're not the silver edition, but they're easy to test. And again, I picked those up for $8. And then there's the TI-89 that also goes for $50. And again, if you can pick them up for $8 or $5, you can make good money with them. So you want the TI-89, the TI-84, and the TI-83 Plus. Those are the ones you're looking for. And what I'll do is I will lot them up and just sell a bunch of them in one shot. There's people out there that'll buy them, and you tend to make more money that way because it's just one shipping cost. And then you mentioned speakers.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I found a TI-83 Plus that day that I found the CD player and the
that's right,
and the Magnavox, but they wanted 15 for it. It was a different Goodwill than we normally go to, and they wanted 15. So
yeah, not a win there.
Not too much.
Yeah, if it'd been the 84, would have paid $15 for it. Wouldn't have been as excited, but I would have picked it up. And then speakers are another category to get into because I think a lot of resellers overlook them, but there can be good money there. It can be bookshelf speakers. It could be in-ceiling speakers like these Polk right here. I picked them up for $25 and flipped them for $150. I've also picked up Yamahas. So Bose, Yamaha, Polk, Infinity, those are kind of the, yeah, what else?
Oh, I saw JBL shelf speakers. They were kind of dirty, and I did a quick search, but then I came home and told him about them, and he's like, "You didn't get them?" So apparently I was supposed to pick up JBL speakers too.
Yes. JBL clips can also be good. And a lot of times speakers are really cheap. And so you can pick them up for $5, $10, $20 and flip them for $100 or $150.
They wanted 8 each for those.
And
there were 2 of them, yeah.
What'd they go for?
And not only like, I think 40 for the pair. So that was where it was like kind
of so it wasn't the best buy. It's a good brand, but that wasn't the best buy. So anyway, you look for those, and I picked up these Polk bookshelf speakers here for $8 and sold them for $40. It was $8 for both of them, so that was a much better deal. And then you touched on cameras because you're a camera nerd, right?
What about camera? We talked about cameras.
Yes, we have some
Canon,
cameras here.
Coolpix.
Yes.
Olympus.
Yes, so the point and shoot cameras are cameras you want to look out for. And they are my favorite thing to find at thrift stores. If you said to me, you can only thrift one item, and that's the only thing you can ever sell, I would pick digital point and shoot cameras. And if you said you can only do one brand, it would be Canon, and it would be the Power Shots. And that was the thing I talked about. What's that?
Oh, if you can only pick one color, he'd pick pink.
Pink.
Maybe red.
Red or pink.
I don't know. It'd be a toss-up.
Because those are the good ones. So yeah, so I talked about them, about how great they are because you can find them for, like, I pick them up for $15 usually, sometimes 13, and they will go for 110, 150. Sometimes they go for more. And so I've got this one here that I paid $15 for, bought a battery for 13, flipped it for 110. Then here's a pink one because I love pink, picked it up for 13, battery and charger for 650, sold it for 100. And then this Canon Power Shot here, I flipped it for 164 and paid all in $18 with getting a new battery for it. And then Sony Cybershots I don't see as valuable as often, but here was one that I picked up for $17 and sold it for 82. And since I filmed that video, here was the reason I wanted to do it again, just to validate the point. Because I said in that old video, you will find these if you go out thrifting. And then subsequent to that, like a week ago, I found...
Red.
Here, pull that one too.
Oh.
I found 4 more at Goodwill. And let's see, I got to remember what they all go for. This one, this is a 16.1 Canon Cybershot. I think it goes for like 110. This one right here, this is a Coolpix, which I generally don't find. I paid 15 for all of these. This looks like it'll go for about 80. You've got, which one is this? This is the, this is the ELF Power Shot. Yes, this will go for around 100 as well. And then the red one here, the Canon Power Shot, that will go for about 150 because it's in really nice shape and it's sort of that pinkish red color. So those are the ones that you were looking out for. Key is to make sure there's no scratches on the back. And 2 of these already had the batteries in them, so I didn't have to buy new batteries. So I saved a few dollars. So be on the lookout for these Canon PowerShots. And then there's film cameras that go as well.
I haven't found any of those.
You haven't found any. They're a little bit harder to find, but they were
the
definitely...
Olympus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the point and shoot film cameras can make money as well. And so here we've got the Olympus Stylus Zoom Infinity 140. I picked it up for $10 and sold it for $100. You will find these regularly, not as often as the digitals, but they can go for really, really nice money. And people don't think that these film cameras in particular are worth anything, so they just toss them out. Same with the point and shoot digitals. I don't think they're worth anything either, but definitely with the film cameras. But they can be. So here is one, an Olympus Infinity Stylus Epic Limited. I paid $10 for it, and because there were only like 10,000 made, I sold it for $340. It would have gone for more like $500 if it didn't have black spots in the viewfinder, which was a common flaw with these cameras. So I got bit by that, but still, 10 into 340 is pretty good. So look out for the Olympus Stylus, Infinity in that area. Those are the ones you're looking for. If it says Comedia on it in red, just pass. It's not worth anything. So you'll run into these also periodically. What else, Melissa?
That's really all I've found.
Yeah, there's a couple more items you should talk about though. You found these, haven't you? Have you found?
No, you found them when I'm with you.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay.
I don't know. No.
All right. So back to CD players. Back to CD. You'll find them now that you're looking. You're going to find these CD players. Discman, the Sony Discman. Pop one up here. This is the psych version. I paid $7 for it. Turned it into 28. So plus shipping. So it's not the most great money, but they're easy to test. They're super easy to ship. And here's another one that I found that's all blue, Sony Discman, $4. I turned it into 30. Now, other brands other than Sony, they're just not worth it. I've never seen Philips shows up a lot, but they're just not worth it very much at all. So that's kind of the brand that you're looking for. And then let's see, what else can we talk about here, Melissa? Bose. You've talked about Bose.
I haven't found any Bose, but I know you guys periodically, find them a lot.
Yeah, what kind of Bose?
I don't know, the Bose that has the that one that you're going to put up on the screen right here.
The Bose that has the Bose logo on it. Anything that is Bose, you should check out because it can go well. So here, what you're talking about is a wave radio. Now we find that wave radio right there.
I know, I didn't know what it was called. I see the picture of it, but I didn't.
Yes. So this one I actually picked up at an estate sale for $125 and sold it for $300. But I have bought several of the wave radios at Goodwill, and I know Evan's picked up a couple as well. So you will run into these wave radios at thrift stores. They're usually a little more expensive, like maybe 30, but depending on the model and age condition, they can go for 100, 150 or more. So look out for these wave radios. And then these Bose speakers here, these are outdoor speakers. I picked them up for 25 and sold them for 80. And then look for Bose remotes as well. I don't even remember what this remote went to, but I paid $4 for it and flipped it for $29. So anything that is Bose, keep your eye out for it because it can be worth money. Now, the thing that you'll find a lot of are Bose subwoofers, and they're really big. And some of them can be worth really nice money, but usually they're worth some money, but they're so big that they're expensive to ship, and they often are missing the cords. And the cords themselves can be worth $75. If you don't have the cords, you don't really have any way to hook it up. So the subwoofers can be a little bit problematic. But if you see one, I would check it out because, again, it's Bose. All right. Now, here's another one that's near and dear to my heart. It's a theme. So it's cameras. We're going back to cameras. What kind of cameras?
Camcorders.
Video cameras. Yes. So video cameras are also worth money. The old school tape ones, the Sony Handycams, can make you really good money. And subsequent to me making that video a week ago, I was in Goodwill and I found this one. So I'm just validating the whole point that if you go to the thrift stores, you will find this stuff. Because what I found 5 cameras since I've gone to Goodwill. You found the DVD VCR combo and the CD player. I mean, that's like, I don't know.
In less than a month.
Yeah. Well, less than a week.
Oh, okay.
Less than a week and a half tops.
This is in really good shape.
Yeah, it is in nice shape. So, I mean, I just sold it, by the way. I paid.
A handle, but that doesn't matter.
Yes.
That's not,
Right. So I paid $20 for this and it just sold for $200. It's got the AC power cord over there as well. So look out for the Sony Handycam in particular are the ones that you want to find. Those are the good ones. The other brands, JVC, yeah, really not so much. But the high 8 tape ones are in demand. And I know somebody that lives in LA, and his girlfriend who did some work for one of the hot fashion brands, fast fashion brands. And he was saying that the look that these cameras actually give is really hot right now. So that's partly driving this drive for these sorts of cameras. But here's another one that I had picked up for $6. This isn't my picture. I couldn't find my picture, but it's the same model. $6 and paid 100, or somebody bought it for 139. And then this one here that I've picked up here recently, I paid 15 for it, and it went for 150. Now, the downside to these a little bit is you got to do a fair amount of testing. You got to have the tape to play it, record, fast forward, night shot, the light, and all that. I do not test all of the functions on these. I disclose that in the listing. I test the main functions and say those are all good. But if you're trying to do something else with it, maybe editing on it a little bit, I never test those, but people do not seem to care. So apparently I can't count, because I said at the beginning of this video there were going to be 10 electronics, and we've gotten to number 8, and the next one is the bonus. So we need 9, which I'm going to talk about right now, which is New Bright RC batteries and chargers. So they're batteries for remote control cars, and I suppose other devices as well. But I don't have a 10th item. I think I was thinking I was going to make the big CD players the 10th item, but that seems silly. So really this video is 9 products that you'll find at thrift stores, plus a bonus, and that's all on me. Melissa had nothing to do with counting things up and figuring it out. It's all on me. But anyway, here we go. So when you are in thrift stores, look out for these New Bright chargers and batteries. They are usually really inexpensive. I picked them up for $2 or $3, and this one here on the screen, I picked it up for $3 and sold it for $25. Now the chargers themselves, sometimes you just find that, no batteries. Those will sell for, maybe 15 or 16 bucks. If you've got more batteries, they'll go for more. If you've got a couple batteries, sometimes they can go for like 50, and it depends on, which one it is. But usually around $25, $30 with a charger and a battery. And they're super simple to list, really simple to pack up and ship. So it's not big money, but it's easy money when you see them. I think a lot of other resellers overlook them. So now on to the bonus round. So that was all of them except for our bonus round. Melissa, what's the bonus round?
Oh, the bonus round, my favorite. Hello Kitty.
Yes. So when you're out, look for Hello Kitty vintage electronics as well. You will run across these. And what we've got here on the screen here is a boombox that I found. I paid $10 for it, and it sold for $80. There are people that love Hello Kitty, and not all of them are going to be worth money. But if you see the pink showing up on the electronics shelf, you should check it out. Now this boombox.
Were those in electronics or toys? Sometimes it's in toys.
That's true, but these weren't electronics.
And did you have to fix that one?
I did. I had to replace the belt. The belt on the cassette player was shot.
You fixed it with the belt?
I fixed it. I did fix it with the belt. I went to the hardware store and found a little belt and replaced it. So I had to do a little bit of work on it, but it wasn't that much. You take the cover off. Yeah, I had to fix it.
Fun doing it.
Yeah, I'm fixing a Hello Kitty.
Because it was, Hello Kitty
boombox. I mean, what? I made it. Yeah.
You had to bring it back to life.
That's right. So anyway, I spent maybe 45 minutes working on it to turn. But it was fun. And then here is an alarm clock that I picked up here in the past 3 weeks. Paid $6 for it and sold it for $36. So there you are. Hello Kitty can be worth a few dollars, so keep your eye out for it. It is the bonus electronics. So again, if you are going into thrift stores, you will find these items as demonstrated by me saying it a week ago in the video that you will not see because you're seeing this one now. We found 5 cameras, Magnavox player, and a CD player. All of those are high dollar items. All of those are high dollar. In fact, all of them are worth, if not $100, more than $100, just under $100. So there's money sitting out on those shelves in the electronics. So keep your eyes out. What else you got, Melissa? Any thoughts?
No.
No thoughts?
I have no thoughts except, just keep thrifting.
Just keep thrifting. All right. Until next time, happy thrifting.
If you are an eBay reseller or thinking of becoming one because of debt, you should check out the Financial Acumen course, as seen on World Business with Kathy Ireland. The Financial Acumen course is designed to teach you all the things you never learned about money, debt, and investments in school, but should have. It teaches you how to take control of your finances with proven principles and strategies to get out of debt and build your retirement nest egg for a wealthy lifestyle. The course is fully narrated and includes videos and animations along with exercises and assignments that are supported by a downloadable workbook. And I spent an afternoon discussing it with supermodel turned businesswoman Kathy Ireland. You can see that conversation over at yourdebtfreefuture.com. The course is not giving financial advice. It is simply teaching concepts that will supercharge your financial literacy and make you more money savvy. To get started, head over to yourdebtfreefuture.com. Until next time, happy thrifting.